In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get out of small channel hell where you're getting less than 500 views per video. It's a really frustrating place to be, and I totally get it because I started at that point too, posting consistently every week and not getting the results that I want. Then after doing tons of research, my own trial and error, investing thousands into coaching and courses on how to succeed on YouTube, I then broke through that and started getting multiple thousands of views per video. I gained 15,000 subscribers in a span of 3 months, and since then I've grown my audience to over 40,000. Achieving that made all the difference because it allowed me to build a business for my channel, which now gives me full time and location freedom. So in this video, I'm going to share the exact strategy that I'd recommend to help you get into the thousands of views per video. Before we get into it, I wanted to call out something super important. If you're making YouTube videos and teaching a skill or a learned interest that you have, and you eventually want to turn your content into a business, you need views. A business survives on getting leads. A lead is a person that has shown potential interest in your products or your services. So these are the people that are watching your YouTube videos, they've opted into your mailing list or your newsletter. Maybe they've even signed up to your wait list for your community or coaching program. And why it's important to get leads is because down the line, those leads will turn into sales. Sales turns into revenue. Revenue is needed for a business to survive. And to bring it all back, the way that you get leads as a YouTuber is through views. The reality is, and this is something that I was quite surprised to learn, is that only a small percentage of your viewers will convert into paying customers. So let's say you get 1,000 views per video and you have a lead magnet, so like a freebie in your description, maybe 10 people out of the 1,000 might sign up to it. And then from there, 3 might book a strategy call with you. And then from there, depending on how good you are with sales calls, you'll get 1 client out of it. So like 1 client out of 1,000 views. And I would say those are pretty realistic numbers, which is why I say maximizing views is super important. However, there's still some nuance to this. The quality of those views matter. Those views need to come from the right people, i.e. your target avatar, your dream customer profile. So I want to be clear that we're not trying to optimize for virality here, where we're just trying to get views for views' sake. We're intentionally building an audience for our business. And so here it is. It's honestly nothing sexy, nothing that you've never heard before, and it's probably gonna be a little boring. But honestly, if you are stuck getting low views every single week, the only thing that you should be focusing on for these next 3 months, I would say, is to just really work on your packaging. And I know a lot of you are gonna roll your eyes and be like, oh my God, Tika, like I knew this. I know I need to have better title, thumbnails, and hooks. And I know you know that, especially if you've been in the YouTube game for long enough. But how I wanted to make this video useful for you guys is to actually take you through step by step my exact process behind how I do my title, thumbnail, and hook, so that hopefully you can pick up little golden nuggets here and there to help you with your own content and your own process. A lot of creators that I've coached in the past and am coaching right now, like a lot of them start off with very low views, meaning they're getting less than 100 views per video, or maybe 200 or 300 at best. And what I tell them every single time is that for these next 2 to 3 months, we are just solely going to focus on elevating your packaging, because it really is, you know, the case of Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule, whereby 20% of your inputs on YouTube, which is your title, thumbnail, and hook, will be responsible for 80% of your results on the platform. So, you know, you getting views. So the first step is on ideation and research. At the start of my YouTube journey, I grossly underestimated how much time it actually takes to plan videos. One thing that I didn't learn until much later on in my YouTube journey, after investing thousands into coaching as well as online courses, is that you should be spending a disproportionate amount of time on your ideation and research, planning your title, thumbnail, and hook, and that it's completely normal that you're spending hours and hours doing this. For me, my misconception with YouTube was that I should be spending a lot of time on the post-production, meaning, you know, editing the video to make it as fancy as possible, having all the nice little animations, making it look aesthetic or whatever, and just polishing the actual content itself. The more important aspect is that the packaging needs to catch the attention of the viewer, because at the end of the day, if no one is clicking, no one's gonna even see all the work that you put into the actual video and the editing and your fancy animations that you've put in. So the first thing I do when it comes to content planning is title, thumbnail, and hook for the next videos, and I'll batch this process. So I'll have 1 day that I dedicate every few weeks or so just to sit in a cafe, order my favorite drink, and just plan all of my title, thumbnail, and hooks for the next maybe 3 to 5 videos. Before I write a word of my script, I will solidify the packaging. So I'm actually gonna walk you guys through step by step my whole process. First thing I do is go go on 1 of 10. And honestly, this tool has been such a massive game changer in my YouTube journey because I used to do this part of the process here completely manually. And I'll explain what that is. So when I would be in the ideation or research phase, like trying to figure out what topics to talk about or what videos to make, I would go on YouTube directly and just search keywords related to my niche. So back then I was making a ton of self-improvement content. So I would type things like productive morning routine or 5 productive habits or something like that. And then I would just see like which videos are getting a lot of views. And then I would compare the number of views to the subscriber count that creator has. And what I would do is look for outlier videos whereby the number of views is way higher than the number of subscribers. And the number of views for that video is way higher than the average view count for that channel's video. So for example, let's say I found a creator with 5,000 subscribers. They have this, viral video that has more than 100K views. And then their average views for their other videos is like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 views. So that's how you know that that particular video is an outlier. Now, I used to do this all completely manually, but 1 of 10 is a tool that helps you do that automatically. It's amazing. So all you got to do here is just like set the filters, and I'll tell you what my exact filters are. So outlier score 2 to 500x. Outlier score is basically how many times more than the average is this video getting. So for example, Veronica Mark here. So here it says the video is 5.4x. That's the outlier score. So here it says it indicates this video performed 5.4x better than the channel's average of 9K views. So that's what that means. Publication date, last 6 months. You want to be finding trending videos that are doing well now, not 3 years or 4 years before, because it might be outdated at this point and people aren't really searching for that topic anymore. Subscriber count, again, it's best to look for people who aren't too big, so I put here less than 100K subs. I'll take you through an example. Let's say I want to make a video about growing on YouTube. Type that in, and based on all the filters I put, these are the results. So how to survive your first year on YouTube. Again, another person has done this. I know Ty. So basically you can see that this topic is doing particularly well. Same title. And what I'll do is just take that same title and then put it into my Notion. These are all my video ideas here, all my scripts. So if you need a place to centralize all of your scripts, your content planning, your content scheduling, like literally everything, this is my central brain for how I'm running my entire YouTube channel and my business. So yeah, you can grab that in the description. So what I'll do is I'll just put how to survive being a small channel on YouTube and then open that up, script template, there it is. So this is the script template that I made. And yeah, so basically I'll just note down the idea in my Notion. And once I've gathered like a few ideas from 1 of 10, I'll then go into my Notion again and basically work on the packaging for those next 4 to 5 videos. So for example, with this one, how to survive being a small channel on YouTube, then I would first of all work on the title thumbnail combination. So okay, based on this title, what sort of thumbnail would look good? Actually, I'll take you through another example of like a ready-made. This is the video that I just posted last week. So how normal people are blowing up on YouTube in 2026. You can see the way I've done my thumbnail planning. It's like, okay, this exact title, and then this is the inspiration for how I want my thumbnail to be like. So what I do for every single video that I post is I will A/B test my thumbnails, and I'll always come up with 3 different versions that I can test. However, if you are a very small channel and you're getting like less than 100 views per video, YouTube itself will tell you that the test is not going to be statistically significant enough for you to reach any conclusive results, which means that, you're just not getting enough views for them to be able to conduct like a proper test. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. I think just pick the one that you think is the best. But yeah, you can see here, I'll put version 1, 2, 3, and just some notes for myself. Like, okay, this is the inspiration for the visual. And then version 1 is like, instead of putting this text, put this text instead, and that's how I plan my thumbnails, super simple. And then afterwards, I'll write the hook for my videos. And in the next section, I'll talk you guys through exactly how I structure my hook. So stay tuned for that. And then once I've solidified the packaging, then I'll go into my hook. So at this point, I haven't written a word of my script whatsoever until I've got the packaging nailed. And for the hook, I'll actually take you guys through how I structure them. It's a very, very simple format, and I'll do that in the next section of this video. But just wanted to, demonstrate here first. And that's my exact process for how I ideate and research for my YouTube videos. Another good practice with the title is that you want to come up with at least 5 to 10 different versions of the title for one YouTube video. And then from there, you start to workshop it and whittle it down to the best possible version. And so the way that you can do that is 2 ways. The first way is free. So you can just use ChatGPT. It's not the best, but it does give you a good starting point if you're completely stuck on title ideas. ChatGPT is so great for coming up with those initial ideas, but then what you want to do is just like shortlist the ones that you like best and take key phrases or words that you think are super powerful from the suggestions that it's made. The second way to do this is to use Creator Hooks Pro. Now, this is a paid service and I personally don't use it, but I know a ton of YouTubers in the group coaching program that I'm in that are using it and they say it's super helpful. So, it's one thing to consider. And I do want to test it out for myself at one point. And once I do, I will report back to you guys and see whether I think it's really worth the investment or not. And what it does is it helps you to formulate really attention-grabbing titles. Now, if you are still on the fence with investing in Creator Hooks Pro, an alternative to that would be to just subscribe to their free newsletter. This is what I've done, and I don't regularly read their emails, but when I do, I find them super, super helpful. So what they'll do is just like give a few, viral title formulas and then actually break down why it's performing well or why they think it's attention grabbing. And so that helps you get into this mindset of like, okay, what are people thinking when I say this? And why does this title formula work? And honestly, this is what I do as well with my coaching clients when we do like title, thumbnail, hook workshopping on Figma. And so what I do is not just give shallow feedback like, oh, this is the best title, go with that version. I'll actually explain like why it works really well, why the structure is attention grabbing, and why I think it would perform well. And so that's my whole process for the ideating and research aspect of YouTube. And by the way, if you're a creator that wants to take YouTube seriously this year, I recently revamped and relaunched my Creator Accelerator program. It's a program designed to help you grow your educational YouTube channel and turn YouTube into a sustainable income source. You can find out more and apply if it feels right for you through the link in the description. The final part of the packaging is the hook. Now, you don't need me to tell you that the hook is the most important part of the actual video itself. And honestly, like once the viewer clicks on that maximize icon and then flips their screen to horizontal, you're pretty much good to go. And so what I've learned is that the simplest hook structures are actually the most effective. And I didn't want to believe this for the longest time, but after studying tons and tons of successful creators and also getting YouTube mentoring myself, it's reaffirmed this in my mind that yes, simple is best. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what that hook structure is that I use for pretty much all of my videos. So the first 5 to 10 seconds is literally just reaffirming what the viewer's expectation of the video is. Because then in the viewer's mind, they go, okay, yeah, this is exactly why I clicked on the video. This is exactly what I expected based on the title and the thumbnail. Do not get fancy with it. Do not f about with it. Just literally first 5 to 10 seconds, say that one sentence. And then a hook structure that I like to use a lot, which I stole from Hormozy, is proof, promise, plan. Proof is where you plug in your credibility. Promise is the desired transformation that you're going to help the viewer to achieve or the problem that you're going to help them solve. Plan is in the structure of the video. So it's 3 strategies I'd recommend to do X, or my 5 habits to achieve this, or this is my exact plan to achieve whatever Y outcome. So it's basically how you're going to get the viewer to that desired transformation. And if you notice, I use this exact hook structure for this video that you're watching right now. So the very first thing I do is reaffirm the viewer's expectations of the video and what they're going to get. I say in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get out of small channel hell where you're getting less than 500 views per video. So the proof here is I say, look, I used to be in that position too. And in fact, no one was watching my videos for ages. But then after figuring things out and investing a ton into my YouTube learning, I then cracked the code and managed to get over 15K subscribers over just 3 months. And I've now built an audience of over 40K subs. And I've built a business for my channel, which then allows me time and location freedom. And so this is the reason for why the viewer should listen to me. The promise I made is to help you crack out of that 500 views per video situation and help you get into the thousands per video instead. For the plan I mentioned, this is the exact strategy that I would recommend to help you get there. Super simple. You do not need to overcomplicate it, and you can just keep using the same structure again and again and again. I do have more proven hook techniques in my title, thumbnail, and hook guide, which you can also get for free. Link is in the description below. I know a lot of you watching are in 9-to-5 jobs and you're trying to build your channel and potentially even a business from your content, but of course it's insanely hard trying to juggle everything from social life to taking care of your health whilst also trying to build everything from scratch. And that's why I made a whole video to help you guys navigate through that. It's called If I Started a YouTube Channel Whilst Working Full-Time, Then This Is Exactly What I Do. So you can check that out on the screen here. Okay guys, take care and see you in the next video.